Good day, Retriever Nation. This is Steve Levy with you from the media room in the Chesapeake Arena at UMBC. We're here to do a 24 rather, UMBC women's swimming and diving preview. We're joined by head coach Matt Donovan and senior Nia Stahl. And, Coach, let's start off by talking about the major transformation of the women's program. More than 2/3 of the athletes are new to UMBC. I'm sure that has just made your life just so easy over the past 3 to 4 weeks. But what has it been like working with, just a whole new group of people and trying to have them gel with seniors like Nia and her upperclassmen as well?
Well, I would say that Nia and the seniors and the returning student athletes have done all the hard work. It's seamless. It really is. I mean, it's really amazing to see how well they all get along in practice, personality-wise, but also competitively. I mean, there hasn't been too many nuts and bolts of running the workout as far as like who goes in what lane and when the divers go and things like that. That's been taken care of by the athletes, and that's what we really try for, is have an athlete-driven program. It's been great in the water. A lot of energy, a lot of healthy competition, and it's, again, you said it's 3 weeks. It feels like 3 months. It's already seems like a well-oiled machine.
We talked about this with Max yesterday, but given the composition of your teams and also what you like to do anyway, there's been a lot of opportunities for team bonding. Mm-hmm. You had the Swim Across America event several weeks ago, then you took the entire team to the National Aquarium down at the Inner Harbor. How have those experiences, those bonding experiences, and I'll ask Nia this in a second, how has that really helped you guys, build that UMBC culture early on?
Yeah, like we were talking the other day, is that it's with swimming and diving, we spend so much time, they're literally our faces in the water for 2 to 4 hours a day. You're staring at a black line. There's not a lot of communication. It's, I'd send them on their way and, maybe talk to them 20 minutes later. But so this is an opportunity to be out and communicate and interact and learn personalities, and it's exciting to see the personalities come alive outside the pool, because we do a lot of nonverbal communication. So you mentioned the aquarium. I mean, we had a blast with that. And if you go on our Instagram pages, they made little reels and things like that. And you really, really see their personality come to life. And like we always say, Swim Across America, Baltimore is such a great partner of ours, and I guess ours of them. And they do great things. And it's important for us as a team and as a program to take a step back and remember why we do this. Because we all started swimming because of what it did for our self, mind, body, spirit, and that minute just to reflect on that day was really important, and I was glad to see the team participate in that.
Now we're going to make it really hard on Nia, because I'm going to have you embarrass her by talking her up. Yeah. Obviously, she was selected as a team captain. Sure. She's been just a tremendous asset to your program, both in the classroom and in the pool. But talk about what Nia means to women's swimming and diving at UMBC.
Yeah, and once again, she was elected, not selected.
Right,
so,
right.
It's always important, I think. We don't do that a lot where the coach. I don't know that I've ever done it where the coach names the captain. It's always an election process, and again, she was elected by her teammates, and I think that's really, really important. And again, she doesn't have just the respect of the swimmers, but also of the divers and the men's team as well, which I think is really important. And she contributes in the pool on so many different levels. I mean, there's not too many events we can't put her in, and I think that's what's important, especially with so many newcomers. We still have yet to figure out what their roles are. So we have this meet against American, and everybody's curious what the lineup is. I'm curious what the lineup is, because there's just so much that could go into it, who does what. And to know that we have Nia, that, she could be backstroke, she could be IM, she could be freestyle, she could swim almost anywhere on any relay. And that's a big, big help to know that we have that ace in the hole and we can play it wherever we need to.
Nia, so what did that mean to you when you learned that you had been selected by your teammates to captain this team in your senior year?
Yeah, so being elected captain truly made me feel so great. It was such an honor because I tend to think of myself as more of a silent leader. I'm not the loudest person you'll hear, but to still be recognized by my peers as someone that they felt could lead the team to success really made me feel good. It made me feel honored and excited to lead the team this year and all that stuff.
Nia, you come to UMBC from Mount Wolf, Pennsylvania. Again, like Max, who we heard from yesterday, you have just been such a consistent performer over your tenure always a scorer, always in several finals at America East, doing well at ECACs. I know it's all about the team, but I'm sure you have some personal goals for this season. Maybe your last. I don't know if you're going to take a fifth year, but what would some of those personal goals be for this season?
Yeah, so my main personal goal is to be a good role model for the team. Like Coach Matt said, we have a lot of newcomers, so the team is very different this year. So I'm excited to, get everyone together and get everyone excited to race. But that being said, I do have some personal swimming goals, thinking forward to America East. I've been on that podium, but I've never gotten gold, so I'd be lying to you if I said my mind wasn't on at least winning one thing at America East. That would be amazing. But also, as a team aspect, we have a lot of new girls that are ready to work hard, and we've all been we went from one week being strangers, and the next week spending 20 hours together, all being competitive and racing and just building that team culture. So I'm really excited to show everyone what we can do and bring a storm to America East, to say the least.
Now, I looked at your bio yesterday, and when you were deciding what school to go to, I know you had a couple local schools like UMBC on your list. You also had a couple of Florida schools on your list of places you might want to go to. What for you made the decision to come to UMBC?
Yeah, so if we're being honest, I love the beach and I love the hot weather. So I was looking, so I'm from York, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour and a half away from UMBC. So I was looking near home and then also far away to, Florida, a little bit warmer weather. But I was looking down at schools in Florida, but honestly, nothing compared to here, because I knew that UMBC was a place I could challenge myself, not only athletically, but also academically. And, when I was here, I just felt that team culture that I didn't feel anywhere else. And I knew that this would be a place that I could thrive. So while thinking back to it, it felt like a hard decision, in the moment, but I'm very glad with the decision I made. And there was no school that, was a close second. This was a place I was meant to be.
Awesome. That must make you feel really, really good to hear.
Absolutely.
Coach, sometimes we don't give the divers enough love, but I know Coach Fisher is doing a tremendous job with the ladies. Talk about your conversations you're having with him and how they're kind of getting used to especially the newcomers getting used to being at UMBC.
Yeah, like we said the other day, Jeff is the best teacher of diving I've ever been around, and I've been around some pretty darn good diving coaches. I think what's interesting about the ladies' side, we talked about the competitive nature of what's going on in the dive well now. If I got to be honest, I think it's being led by the women.
Okay.
And the guys are following suit. I mean, there's so much excitement on the women's side for what we want to do as an entire program at America East and all the meets leading up to it. Those divers are, I think, going to lead the way. We do have some transfers that are coming in that are a little bit older, a little bit wiser, that can help lead the charge from a leadership perspective. But don't sleep on their talent, that's for sure. They're doing some amazing things. And, as we talked about the other day, the swimmers walk over to the dive well all the time. We had a mock meet the other day, and we were cheering them on and giving them scores and all that kind of stuff. But they're doing great things. And again, if you're on our Instagram page, or check us out. They posted a dive reel just the other day of all the things that they're doing, and it's pretty impressive. I've seen this group throw what I would say, as a swim coach, not knowing too much about diving, I would say harder dives in practice than I saw them do at America East last year. So they're coming. People should watch out.
Matt, I know you have a lot of swimming and diving before this, but one thing I do want to mention as it relates to the women's swimming and diving program, on Friday the 13th of October, one of the greatest athletes in UMBC history would be on the Mount Rushmore, certainly. Sure. Emily Escabedo gets inducted into the UMBC Athletics Hall of Fame. She's going to be here for your black and gold meet the next day. Just talk about, you weren't here when she was here, obviously competing, but you obviously know of her exploits. Just talk about what that means to your program in general, to have someone like that inducted into the Hall of Fame and still want to be a part of retriever swimming and diving.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I don't know if we introduce her as Hall of Famer or world champion.
True.
Emily Escobedo. I think that's amazing, and it's just proof that it can be done here. It can be done here. And so we're ecstatic about it. We have a number of swimmers from her old program up in New York that are on the team now. And so we can't wait for her to be here. And actually, I've never actually met her in person yet, so I'm afraid I'll be a little starstruck, and not sure what to say. Might be asking for an autograph. I don't know. But it's great for the program. It's great for the school to show that you can be an elite level athlete in a mid-major. You can be an elite level athlete in America East. And I really, look forward to the time the entire team gets to spend with her and just soak up everything she has to offer.
Naya, tell Retriever Nation what you're majoring in and what your career goals are after you do graduate from UMBC.
So I am a biology major, and then I have 2 minors in both psychology and Spanish. And after I graduate from UMBC, I'm planning on getting my master's in biotechnology. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that at UMBC because we don't have that master's, but I do have a 5th year of eligibility, so I am thinking about most likely swimming for another year, which is really exciting. And after that, I plan on pursuing a career in the biotechnological field.
Well, Naya, will certainly be sad to lose you at the end of this year, but you've meant so much to UMBC Swimming and Diving, and certainly the best of luck to you in your senior season here. Coach, the same thing with you guys as you get it started against American on Saturday, and we hope we have many more visits with both you guys as the season goes along. Once again, both swim and dive programs open the season this Saturday at American. It's an 11 a.m. meet. Then it's Parents Weekend the next weekend when LaSalle has the first home meet of the year at UMBC. Hopefully you can support the Retriever Swimming and Diving. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on UMBC Athletics social media accounts.